Hello students, so welcome to this course of engineering mechanics. So today we are going to study or learn about resultant of forces. Okay, this thing you might have done in your mechanics class of subject physics, but let us revise it, and this will be very much beneficial in the upcoming units and the upcoming subjects. This thing you are going to do until your final year. Okay, so before taking up taking up the general method of general method of finding finding resultant of any number of concurrent forces, it is necessary to study study resolution of a force into its rectangular components. Resolution of a force. So before going to resultant of force, we have to know what does resolution of a force mean. So let us say these are the x and y axis. There is a force F. Okay, and it is making an angle theta with the positive x axis. So what does the resolution mean? Resolution mean we will resolute this force into the rectangular components. Rectangular components means x component and y component. So Fx is equal to, this will be y, this is in this direction, and this will be Fx. So it will be F, this will be cos theta, and this will be sin theta. So what does resolution mean? Resolution mean we have to resolve the forces in their respective rectangular components. Okay, this resolution is just opposite of composition of forces. Okay, so let us solve one question, then the things will be clearer to you. So let me write the question here. Determine the resultant of the three forces acting on a hook as shown in figure. So this is the hook hook you might have seen in your homes. Okay, so this is a hook. It is fixed in a wall. So this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So this is 70 Newton. This is the first force. This is 80 Newton, the second force. And the third force is 50 Newton. So magnitude we know. So in this F sin theta, F is known. So what is missing? Sin theta and cos theta, which will depend on theta. So we have to give theta also. So given this is 25 degree, this is also 25 degree, and this is 45 degree. So how to proceed with these type of questions? So just, it is not a very complex problem. You have to follow the steps. If you will follow the steps properly, you will be able to solve any type of problems. Okay, so just write here force, here x component or fx, here y component or fy. So F1 is 70 Newton. So what is, I will just simply just for your reference I am drawing the forces. This was 50 Newton. This was 70 Newton. So when we will write 70 cos, the angle will be from positive x-axis. So positive x-axis, this is 25 and this is 25. The total is cos 50. Okay, and here 70 sin 50. So this is 45, this is 53.6. So we have resolved force number 1. Force number 2, 80 Newton force. So 80 cos, now angle is 25. We have, from where we have to see the reference is x-axis and y-axis. So this is coming to be 72.5. This is 33.8. Okay, so now F3, the third force is 50 Newton. So here Fx is 50 cos 45. So this is coming to be 35.4. Now let us see the y component for 70 Newton and 80 Newton is in positive y direction. This is positive y, this is negative y. So for this 50 Newton, this component is towards negative y. So this will be 50 sin 45. So cos 45 sin 45 same value but with a negative sign. So after calculating the x component and y component, what we have to do, we have to just add these components, summation fx and summation fy. So this is coming to be 0.9, 7, 12, 5, 12, 3, 15, 152.9, and summation fy is coming to be 52.1. Just check it whether it is correct or not. I hope it will be correct. So resultant will be simply what we have done of this. Let me just show you graphically. This means this is this component of this force system is 152.9 and this is 52.1. So there will be some force R, which will, if we are resolving this R, we will get Rx as 152.9 and Ry as 52.1. This, the summation fx and summation fy means this. Okay, so this resultant will be simply 152.9 square plus 52.1 square. Simple Pythagoras theorem. So this is coming to be 161.5 Newton. So force is a vector. So magnitude we know. We have to find the direction also. This theta. So theta is tan inverse summation fy upon summation fx. So this is tan inverse 52.1 upon 152.9. This is coming to be 18.83. So you can ask, sir, why you have drawn this R close to this angle, this component? Because this, as compared to this 52.1, this is very large. This means the resultant will be closer to this force. So that's why it is coming 18.83 degree. Okay. So in this way you have to just follow these steps. First we have to resolve the forces in x and y rectangular components. You have to add them. After adding, just find the resultant. After finding resultant, just check, just calculate and in which direction this resultant is acting. So magnitude, this, what does this mean? What this R and this theta signifies? If we are replacing this force system, this system of forces by this, the effect is going to be same. Okay. So whether we are representing this, all these three forces alone, or simply we are applying this R, the result is going to be same. Nothing is going to change in the calculation. The effect will be same. So you can easily see there are three forces. Here only one force is there. So if we are resolving these forces and finding the resultant is always simple to calculate and simple to in analysis. You can easily see here three forces we have to analyze separately. Here only one force is there, which is the resultant of all these forces. So this will be anyway easier to analyze. Okay. So let me just give you a homework. This is the question I am giving. I will just discuss in the next class. You have to just find the resultant and the direction of that resultant. Okay, this is very simple problem. I am just giving you for practice. So this is x, this is y, this is origin, this is force 200 Newton, this is acting in this direction. Here second force, which is 100 Newton. The angle is 40 degree. Now this is 50 Newton force. This is acting at 60 degree. And the last one is 120 Newton. And the direction is 4:3. So what you have to do, you have to find this R and this alpha. Okay, so this is your homework. So this is all for today. In the next class we will solve one more example. I hope I will discuss this question and one more problem we can see before moving towards the next topic, which is moment and couples. So I hope you all are doing well. Just stay safe, stay at your home, study hard as much as you can. We will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.